Hello, Normans, and welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Jacob Getty. Stay tuned for news on eating healthy.
And more on school COVID testing. Around the school in 15 minutes,
This is the Norman News.
Hello, Normans. A new study was released this week claiming that some of our favorite commonly known healthy foods aren't really as healthy as they appear to be. Foods such as fruits and vegetables are extremely healthy for our digestive and immune systems, but foods such as red meat and large amount of dairy can be very unsettling to our bodies. To ensure that you are being as healthy as possible, try to maintain a healthy balance of foods by having a small amount of fruits, vegetables, grain, and meat at each meal. Now to Jacob with school news.
Thanks, Grace. Norman, starting this week, students and staff will need to be COVID tested here at the high school campus. When visiting the testing center, each subject will be handed a tube with their name on it, along with a swab about the size of a pencil and a specimen bag. One should then proceed to break the swab along the red line as indicated, and then proceed to swab both sides of their nose. This should be done 5 times within each side. It is not necessary to go too far in with your swab. One should then place their swab into the vial, and the vial should be placed within the zipped-up specimen bag. Now let's send it to Eden with World News.
Thanks, Jacob. Tropical storm Pamela has formed off Mexico's Pacific coast and is predicted to strengthen into a hurricane. The storm is expected to pass through Mexico and eventually reach Texas as well. Located in the Pacific Ocean, Pamela is moving north and expected to continue in this general direction. The storm has maximum wind speeds of nearly 80 miles per hour with even higher gusts. The Hurricane Center warns of the possibility of life-threatening storm surge, flash floods, and dangerous winds around the impacted areas later this week. Additionally, the Hurricane Center urges all citizens living in or near these target areas to stay safe and regularly check updates regarding the storm's location and condition. That's all for today's international news. Now let's send it to Nora with local news.
Thanks, Eden. This week, the Beverly Hills Police Department received a $100,000 grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety. According to data provided by the OTS, traffic fatalities in California decreased 5% from 2018 to 2019. In that same year, the state noticed that alcohol-impaired driving fatalities decreased by 4.5%. However, pedestrian fatalities only decreased by less than 1%, while bicycle fatalities decreased by 19.5%. The city plans on using the funds to promote traffic safety programs that help decrease unsafe driving habits. Let's send it to Deborah with entertainment.
Thanks, Nora. As many already know, reality TV star Kim Kardashian hosted her first SNL show on Saturday, October 9th. To the media's surprise, Kim's debut happened to be one of the funniest SNL episodes of the year. Kim did not hold back as she wore amazing outfits and showed the media the bubbly side of her. To start off, Kim wore many vibrant shades of pinks, blues, and yellows, particularly in the velvet textures. One of the main reasons of the rating going off the charts were because of how charismatic and hilarious Kim was. She started off strong with an amazing introductory monologue as she joked around her family members and even roasted her former husband, Kanye West. Overall, Kim seemed to be enjoying herself, and we are so happy to see her embracing her bubbly personality. We're living to the fullest. We love you, Kim. Now Natalie with this week's travel news. This past week, Southwest Airlines has canceled over 2,000 flights. The reason why is still unknown. With more people getting vaccinated, travel restrictions are being lifted in different places throughout the world. For the first time since March of 2020, the U.S. will be opening its land borders with Canada and Mexico in early November for vaccinated travelers. Malaysia and Singapore have started to relax their international travel restrictions, and India, Bali, and Vietnam have recently announced their country's opening plans. Many countries are ready to have travelers back. Now let's send it to Daniella with this week's food news.
Thanks, Natalie. Walmart has removed multiple baby foods from its shelves after high levels of arsenic have been detected during testing. Maple Island Inc. recalled its parent choice Rice Baby cereal after tests showed traces of unsafely high levels of arsenic above the FDA's guidelines. The FDA's response to these traces haven't necessarily been negative. Justifying the high levels of arsenic found in these baby foods, the FDA says, quote, trace elements such as these are widely present in the environment, including water, soil, and food. Still, out of precaution, Walmart was advised to no longer sell this product in any of their stores. Exposure to high amounts of arsenic can be fatal. So the real question is, why is there any arsenic being detected in baby foods? Now to Makeup with Maya.
Thanks, Daniella. The Charlotte Tilbury Contour and Blush Liquid Sticks, as we know, are always sold out. Today I tested them and I'm going to tell you if this is worth your money. Personally, the contour is very pretty, but I prefer the milk bronzer that sticks. They blend very easily, but too much where it loses its color. It also fades quickly, which is the same with the blush. Thank you for listening to Makeup with Maya, and now to gaming with Matthew.
Thanks, Maya. Metroid Dread released 2 weeks ago, and after exploring everything this game has to offer, I highly recommend it. The game being a 2D Metroidvania, all about exploration, combat, and optimization of your abilities to progress, with most areas being somewhat relaxing until you run into the Emmys, indestructible robots that can track you, are indestructible, and instantly destroy you if you get too close, really honing in on, well, the sense of dread that this game takes its namesake from, producing better horror than most horror games. Along with complex and challenging boss fights, this creates a satisfying gameplay loop. The story, while not super complex, is still intriguing without drowning us in information, and flows well with the gameplay, and is best experienced rather than explained. The game also looks really nice, with a sound design that really gets you immersed in the experience. I give this game an 8.8 out of 10. The game is really good, but the $60 price tag does lower its rating by a bit. Though I would say the game is definitely worth it, and it's great to see Metroid come back like this. Now to Natasha with the weather.
Thanks, Matthew, and hello, Normans. Welcome to this week's weather forecast for the week of October 18th, 2021. This week in Los Angeles, we will experience sunny, cloudy skies with windy conditions. We will be in the low 70s throughout the week. Today, it is partly cloudy with a high of 71 and a low of 57. Tuesday, it is partly cloudy and we will see a high of 75. Wednesday, we will decrease to 72 degrees. Thursday, it is mostly sunny with a high of 72 and a low of 57 degrees. Finally, on Friday, we will see a high of 73 with a 23% chance of rain. Thank you for watching this week's forecast. I'm Natasha Jadidolahi, and have a great week.
Thanks, Natasha, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Norman News. Remember that this Friday is the homecoming football game, and this Saturday is the homecoming dance. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Jacob Getty, and we will see you next week.